The PLA's rapid modernisation has meant that older systems, while still capable and in good condition, are able to be replaced by the latest equipment. This is particularly evident when we look at the new ships and aircraft entering service in great numbers with the Chinese Navy and Air Force. Some of this new equipment, in particular aircraft, were displayed at the recent 80th anniversary parade. While many naval vessels across the full spectrum of platforms, including submarines and underway replenishment ships, have been commissioned into the PLA Navy over the past few years. This has meant that some legacy naval equipment can be removed from service and sold. Systems that might be replaced include much of the Russian-sourced equipment in PLA service, not because they are no longer capable, but to remove the logistics burden, including possible supply chain issues. By divesting itself of foreign equipment, the PLA could move to a fully domestic production and support base, which can be a critical factor in time of conflict. G'day and salutations. Today's briefing: Chinese equipment for sale? What might be on offer? Who might be interested? This briefing will examine in-service PLA equipment that might be considered for sale because they have been replaced by more modern and capable systems. It will not look at new systems designed primarily for export. At the end of the briefing, I'll link 2 videos I think will be of interest. A shout out to members, and thank you to all who have subscribed. Please hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new briefing. One platform that would likely receive a lot of interest if it were offered for sale is the PLA Air Forces, or the PLAF's, Su-35s. The PLAF acquired 24 aircraft which began entering service in 2018. Apart from air superiority, they are also used for adversary training and tactics development, but these can now be replaced by other Chinese aircraft. Prior to the Su-35s, the PLAF ordered the Su-30 MKK, a 2-seat multi-role strike fighter. But China now has the domestic J-16 aircraft to fill this role. There are 73 of the Su-30 MKKs in service, beginning in 2001. This order was followed by a complementary order of Su-30 Mk2s. Appearing almost identical, this variant added maritime strike capabilities to the MKK variant. There are 24 in service since 2005. Apart from fighter strike platforms, the PLAF also has a number of transport and similar aircraft that it might be happy to part with, including the Russian Il-76 transport aircraft, which is now being replaced by the more capable domestic Y-20. Entering service in the PLAF around 2014, 20 Il-76s remain in inventory. Also in service is the Il-76 air refueler, although only 3 exist. This aircraft is no longer needed as the PLAF has the more capable YY-20A and Y-20B multi-role tanker transports entering service. A third derivative of the Il-76 airframe is the KJ-2000 Airborne Early Warning and Control aircraft. In service since 2005, 4 remain in inventory, and these will be replaced by the KJ-3000, which utilises the Y-20 airframe. Now, what the PLAF could do is offer the 3 Il-76 platforms, transport, refueler and airborne early warning and control aircraft, as a package deal covering force multiplying capabilities. Moving to naval platforms, the plan might look to sell its remaining Kilo-class submarines, not the original 2 kilos, but the later 8 improved kilos, or Project 636, which started entering service in 2004. Although a bit long in the tooth, if they have been well maintained, they would likely find a home in a country that wants a capable conventional submarine capability, albeit second-hand. Not Russian vessels, but the 2 original Type 903 underway replenishment ships, or AORs, in service since 2004, might also be offered for sale. AORs offer significant capabilities to a surface fleet's combat capabilities. The Type 903 has been superseded by the larger A version, whose production line has recently restarted with a further 5 under construction to join the 7 already in service. The only Russian-sourced aircraft in the PLA Navy are the Kharmov Ka-31 early warning helicopters. There are 9 in service, but these are being replaced by the newer and more capable domestic Z-18Js. These would be attractive to countries without aircraft carriers, but who want an airborne early warning capability deployed at sea. And finally, armoured vehicles. Now, there aren't any Russian-sourced vehicles in the ground force, but there is equipment that uses traditional Russian calibers that PLA is moving away from. One is the PLZ-83 self-propelled gun, which is armed with a 152mm gun. The ground force has been moving away from this calibre to 155mm weapons, with all other self-propelled guns now using this calibre. While towed 152mm guns remain in service with lower priority units, it would not be surprising to see the PLZ-83 offered for sale, given how attractive this capability is. Approximately 350 remain in inventory, including in reserve. In summary, the rapid pace of Chinese military development and production has meant that older equipment does not need to be kept in service, in particular if it is foreign sourced, bearing in mind the resultant maintenance and support issues. Now, it is true that the PLA has been modernising older foreign-sourced equipment, including the Russian Sovereign destroyers, see separate briefing link below. But this is very much an exception. Most of the equipment mentioned in this briefing is of Russian origin, so selling would require permission from Russia if end-user certificates are involved, which should be expected. Who might be interested in buying this equipment? Perhaps Pakistan, Iran, Algeria, North Korea, Venezuela, Belarus, and maybe even Russia itself. Might there be other equipment China would be prepared to sell? That concludes today's briefing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share, and don't forget to click the notification button so you don't miss the next briefing. You never know what it'll be about. Happy to take suggestions for future briefings from members. Until next time, Vale de Cero.